Yo, what's up, family? I hope y'all are doing well, brothers and sisters. I want to go in a little bit more detail on this. I think many people need to hear this today. This is one of these are these scriptures that kind of cut all the way to the bone and marrow, two-edged sword. Sometimes when you hear the truth, it pierces. It may hurt, but it's for your own good. It's about your eternity. A lot of women, I see this so often, and it's becoming more and more acceptable in this generation. And these women will be held accountable, family. Me as a woman, this is not what I want to face when I meet the Most High Yahweh. I don't want to hear such things, and I don't want to let him down. And when you see the way, I'm not going to say all women, but I'm going to say a good majority of women, how they present themselves nowadays and how they carry themselves and how they do things that are terrible in the Lord's eyes, but they don't care. These such women don't trust or believe or obey God. Matthew 22, 37 through 40. Family, she may believe in God. She may even think she is a believer. But she does not live like she truly trusts God and does not rest in his sovereignty and feels she knows what's best and has to make things work out for herself, more or less. The results, is great stress, worry, and anxiety. Not loving others with the love of God. You can read more about that in Matthew 22. Because she has not truly experienced the love of God herself, family. She cannot give what she does not have. She may try to love by controlling others, by being the victim, or by being a martyr, or by manipulating with guilt. They use people, harbor hatred and resentment, unforgiveness in her heart. Galatians 5:20. Maybe she wants to forgive, but it seems to her that it's impossible. I see a lot of that. She feels justified to hang on the grudges and resentment. And that could be a past relationship, friendship, family, She doesn't want to let go of bitterness. She cherishes her bitterness, actually, family. She stirs up contention at home, in the extended family, at work, around her friends. She sows strife, gossip, dissension, arguments, discord. There again, that's in Galatians 5:20. She's consumed by false humility, insecurity, self-hatred, a form of pride, actually, accepting lies of this world and the enemy over the truth of the Bible. She leans on her own understanding instead of fully trusting in the wisdom of God, Proverbs 3:5, unable to stop the constant stream of worry and what-ifs in her mind, consumed by fear and by the thoughts of the bad things that may happen, Philippians chapter 4, 4 through 8. Has no godly wisdom or discretion, Proverbs 11:22. Refuses to biblically submit if she has a husband or if she is married, to submit to her husband God-given leadership. Either she is adamant that she will do things her way or the highway, more or less. 1 Corinthians 11:3. Her answers are harsh and she stirs up anger constantly, Proverbs 15:1. She brings disgrace on herself, God, her husband, if she has one, or her family, her children, and may not even realize it. That's the sad thing. She may smear her husband or her boyfriend, baby father on social media, or to friends or family or co-workers, and say the most hateful things about him, trying to hurt him as much as possible, and not even to see how she is smearing filth on the name of Jesus and how awful her own sin looks to God and to everyone else. She may think being a godly wife is a way to manipulate God and her husband and to get into what she wants, James 4. She just refuses to obey God's commandment for her, Titus 2:5. She's lazy or she'll be a perfectionist, Proverbs 31, and also Titus 2:3. Foolish, brass, loud and arrogant, Proverbs 9:13. She doesn't guard her heart or her marriage, inviting flirtation, even if she's in a relationship and not married yet. She's inviting flirtation from other men, moving carelessly towards adultery. Proverbs 2:5 through 7. She believes that when she sins against, she is justified in her sin, family, whether that be towards her significant other or towards others. Even though God gives no free passes for sin, and God calls us to overcome evil with good, Romans 12:9-21. She's unruly and defiant, with feet that never stay home, Proverbs 7:11. Or she may flirt a lot online or have inappropriate relationships with men at work, church, or social media. Constantly dresses immodestly on purpose, or sometimes maybe they don't even know it's intentional, Proverbs 7:10. They have no problem reading and watching sinful things, feeding impure thoughts, Galatians 5:20 once again. She may be addicted to porn or addicted to such things, she can't get rid of it, more or less, and she'll make excuses for it. They'll be filled with jealousy and yield to fits of anger and rage, and that's also in Galatians 5:20. They're selfish. They abuse drugs and alcohol, Galatians 5:20-21. She sets her heart on many worldly things other than Christ to try to find fulfillment in them, which is idolatry. Friendship with the world is enemy towards God, James 4:4. Has no dignity or honor, family, which is described in Proverbs 31. Not to be trustworthy. God cannot trust her. Her family, her friends can't trust her. She doesn't care about anyone's feelings, needs, or desires. Placing her own feelings and needs and desires is far more important and above everybody. Read more about that in 1 Corinthians 13:4-8, and Ephesians 5:22-33. They're rude, spirited, power hungry. They harbor selfish ambition, James 3:14 and James 4:1-10. They're always aggressive. They gather ungodly counsels to give her the advice she wants to hear. Not what she needs to hear, but what she wants to hear. 2 Timothy 4:3. She'll argue and complain often, and, a lot of it's negative, which causes her not to be able to shine for Christ.